Have you ever wondered about the meaning of life? What happens after we die? Is there a higher power? These are questions that have puzzled humanity since the dawn of time. Across cultures and throughout history, people have sought answers, finding solace and guidance in various faiths and philosophies. Among these, Islam stands out with a compelling proposition, a universal invitation to a meaningful life and a path to eternal salvation. But why does Islam matter to everyone, regardless of their background or beliefs? This essay explores the profound message of Islam and why Allah, the Arabic word for God, invites all of humanity to embrace this faith. We will delve into the Islamic perspective, drawing upon the Qur'an, the holy book of Islam, and the Hadith, the sayings and teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Furthermore, we will explore the scientific and psychological basis for humanity's innate need for belief, and compare Islam's logical and practical approach to life with other ideologies. By understanding the concept of fitra, the inherent nature of human beings, we will see how Islam aligns perfectly with our natural disposition. Finally, we will examine the consequences of abandoning religion, and conclude by reflecting on the wisdom and benefits embedded in Allah's call to Islam. This journey promises to be enlightening, offering a deeper understanding of Islam and its relevance in today's world. It is an invitation to open your mind and heart to a faith that speaks to the very essence of our being. Islam unequivocally asserts that its message is universal, meant for all of humanity. This assertion isn't a claim of superiority, but rather stems from the fundamental Islamic belief that Allah is the one true God, the creator of all that exists, including every human being. Therefore, his guidance, as revealed through Islam, is intended for the benefit of all humankind. This universal invitation is clearly articulated in the Qur'an, where Allah states, "We have not sent you, O Muhammad, except as a mercy to the worlds." Qur'an 21:107. This verse emphasizes that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was sent not just to a specific tribe or nation, but as a bearer of mercy and guidance for all creation. Furthermore, the Qur'an explicitly states, "Say, O Muhammad, O mankind, I am only a plain warner to you all." Qur'an 7:188. This verse reiterates the universality of the message, indicating that the Prophet's role was to warn all of mankind about the consequences of rejecting Allah's guidance, and to direct them towards the path of righteousness. The Hadith further reinforces this understanding. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is reported to have said, "Every child is born on fitra in a state of purity, then his parents make him a Jew or a Christian or a Zoroastrian." Sahih Muslim. This profound statement highlights that every human being is inherently inclined towards the truth, and possesses a natural predisposition to recognize and worship Allah. The Quran and Hadith, therefore, leave no ambiguity about the intended recipient of Islam's message. It is a call to all of humanity, regardless of race, ethnicity, culture, or prior beliefs. This universality underscores Islam's emphasis on the oneness of God and the shared origin and purpose of all human beings. Why do humans across cultures and throughout history seek something beyond the tangible world? Why is there this persistent yearning for meaning, purpose, and connection to something greater than ourselves? Science and psychology offer compelling insights into this fundamental human need for belief. From a neurological perspective, studies have shown that religious experiences activate the same areas of the brain associated with reward, social connection, and meaning-making. For instance, neuroimaging studies have revealed increased activity in the reward circuitry of the brain during prayer and meditation, suggesting that these practices tap into deep sources of pleasure and fulfillment. Psychologically, the human need for belief can be understood through the lens of existentialism. The awareness of our own mortality and the search for meaning in a seemingly absurd world drive us to seek something beyond ourselves. Religion, with its emphasis on a creator, a purpose for existence, and an afterlife, provides a framework for understanding our place in the cosmos and coping with the anxieties of existence. Furthermore, social psychology highlights the importance of belonging and shared beliefs in fostering social cohesion and cooperation. Religion, by creating a sense of shared identity and purpose, strengthens social bonds and promotes pro-social behavior. The evidence from science and psychology converges to suggest that the human need for belief is not merely a cultural artifact, but is deeply ingrained in our biology and psychology. This innate yearning for something beyond the material world underscores the importance of religion in fulfilling fundamental human needs. Section 4. Islam and Other Ideologies, a Comparative Analysis. When we examine the vast landscape of human thought and belief systems, we find a wide array of ideologies, each offering its own perspective on life, morality, and the human condition. However, Islam distinguishes itself through its logical and practical approach, providing comprehensive guidance that is both rational and relevant to the human experience. Unlike some belief systems that are rooted in mythology or abstract philosophical concepts, Islam is grounded in the belief in one God, Allah, who is the creator and sustainer of the universe. This fundamental principle provides a clear and logical foundation for understanding our place in the world and our relationship with the divine. Moreover, Islam's emphasis on reason and intellect encourages critical thinking and discourages blind faith. The Qur'an repeatedly urges believers to reflect, ponder, and seek knowledge, highlighting the importance of using our God-given faculties to understand the world around us. Furthermore, Islam's teachings are not confined to rituals or abstract concepts but encompass all aspects of life, providing practical guidance for personal conduct, social interactions, economic transactions, and governance. From the principles of honesty, justice, and compassion to the prohibition of interest and the emphasis on charity, Islamic teachings offer a comprehensive framework for building a just and equitable society. While acknowledging the diversity of human beliefs, a comparative analysis reveals that Islam's emphasis on one God, reason, and practical guidance makes it a compelling and relevant belief system for people of all backgrounds. Its message resonates with the innate human longing for meaning, purpose, and a just and compassionate world. Section 5. Fitra, the natural harmony between Islam and humanity. Central to Islamic thought is the concept of fitra, the innate nature with which every human being is born. This concept, rooted in the Qur'an and Hadith, posits that humans are inherently inclined towards goodness, truth, and the worship of Allah. This natural disposition, however, can be veiled or distorted by external influences and societal conditioning. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, beautifully articulated this concept in a hadith where he said, "Every child is born on fitra, in a state of purity, then his parents make him a Jew, or a Christian, or a Zoroastrian." This profound statement underscores that every human being enters the world with a natural inclination towards Islam, but external factors can influence their path. Islam, therefore, is not seen as something imposed upon individuals, but rather as a return to their original state of purity and alignment with their true nature. It is a process of rediscovering and nurturing the innate goodness that lies within each human being. This concept of fitra has profound implications for understanding the appeal and relevance of Islam. It suggests that the message of Islam resonates with something deep within every human heart, a yearning for connection with the Creator, a longing for meaning and purpose, and an innate desire to live in accordance with truth and justice. By aligning ourselves with the principles of Islam, we are essentially realigning ourselves with our fitra, our true nature. This alignment brings about a sense of inner peace, fulfillment, and harmony with the world around us. This inherent connection between Islam and human nature explains why, for many, embracing Islam feels like coming home, a return to something familiar, something true. Section 6. The Perils of a Life Without Faith, Societal and Individual Consequences. While the modern world often promotes a secular worldview, advocating for the separation of religion and public life, the consequences of a life devoid of faith are becoming increasingly apparent. The absence of a moral compass rooted in belief in a higher power can lead to both individual and societal decay. On an individual level, living without faith can result in a sense of emptiness, a lack of purpose, and a constant search for meaning in fleeting pleasures. Without a belief and accountability to a higher power, individuals may be more susceptible to succumbing to their base desires, leading to moral transgressions and a decline in ethical behavior. From a societal perspective, the erosion of religious values can contribute to the breakdown of social cohesion, the rise of individualism, and a decline in empathy and compassion. Without a shared moral framework, societies become increasingly fragmented, and individuals may prioritize their self-interest over the well-being of others. Furthermore, the absence of faith can lead to a sense of hopelessness and despair, particularly in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Without the belief in a just and merciful God, individuals may struggle to find solace in times of hardship or hope for a better future. The consequences of abandoning religion extend beyond the individual, impacting the very fabric of society. While societies may strive to establish secular ethical frameworks, the enduring power of religion in shaping moral behavior and fostering social cohesion cannot be disregarded. Section 7. Allah's Mercy and Wisdom. Understanding the Invitation to Islam. The universality of Islam's invitation, its alignment with human nature, and the consequences of abandoning faith all point to the profound wisdom and mercy behind Allah's call to Islam. It is an invitation born out of love, compassion, and a deep concern for the well-being of all humanity. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, understands the human condition better than we understand ourselves. He knows our strengths and weaknesses, our aspirations and anxieties. He knows that true happiness and fulfillment lie not in the pursuit of worldly possessions or fleeting pleasures, but in the recognition and worship of our Creator. The invitation to Islam, therefore, is not a restrictive decree, but a liberating call to embrace a path that leads to inner peace, moral uprightness, and eternal salvation. It is a path that awakens our hearts to compassion, inspires us to strive for justice, and connects us to something far greater than ourselves. By calling all of humanity to Islam, Allah demonstrates His boundless mercy and His desire for all His creation to attain true happiness and fulfillment. It is an invitation extended to people of all backgrounds, regardless of their past mistakes or current beliefs. The wisdom in Allah's call to Islam lies in its recognition of our inherent nature, its provision of practical guidance for all aspects of life, and its promise of eternal reward for those who believe and do good deeds. It is an invitation to embrace a faith that speaks to the very essence of our being, a faith that offers both meaning in this life and hope for the hereafter.
Yeah.